Welcome back, friends, to the second part of the Europe episode of Globe Trekkers. I hope you're ready to continue our travels. Let's go! In part one of our European adventure, we traveled to Northern Europe, Northwestern Europe, and Southwestern Europe. Now let's travel a little bit east, the southeastern region of Europe. Here you'll find Albania, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia, Greece, Italy, Kosovo, Malta, Montenegro, the Republic of Macedonia, San Marino, Serbia, Slovenia, and the Vatican City. White doves flutter over red tiled roofs. Fields from a patchwork across the fertile valley of the River Po. The city of Venice rises from a shimmering blue lagoon. In big, busy cities, traffic swirls around ancient Roman ruins. This is Italy, a boot-shaped peninsula stretching from the Alps to the island of Sicily. The Appian Mountains form a rocky backbone north to south, and the small island nation of Malta lies 284 kilometers, or 176 miles, off the coast of North Africa. The broad Balkan Peninsula also extends into the Mediterranean Sea. Its northern lands include forests, limestone caves, orchards and fields of maize and sunflowers, and the sunny Adriatic coast. These small nations were once united as a country called Yugoslavia, which broke up in the 1990s amid violence and war. Albania, a mountainous country to the north of Greece, is the poorest in the region. The Balkan Peninsula ends in the mountains, plains, and ragged coastline of Greece. Ancient temples remind us that Greek civilizations shaped the culture of Europe. Scattered islands and sparkling blue seas are popular with tourists, and the largest one is Crete. The Italian language has its origins in the Latin spoken in ancient Rome. The Maltese language is related to Arabic. Both Malta and Italy are Roman Catholic countries. Many people in the smaller Balkan states speak Slavic languages. They are mostly Christians, but some are Muslims, such as the Bosniaks. Many Albanians are Muslim too. Roma communities are found across the region. The Greeks have their own language and alphabet, and many follow the Greek Orthodox Christianity. San Marino is the world's oldest surviving republic and was founded in 301 CE. In Italy, there's a carnival, much like in Brazil, and this one is famous for its elegant and mysterious masks. Some of the oldest stone temples in Europe can be found in Malta. Some were built over 5,000 years ago, and the Olympics were originally held in southern Greece almost 3,000 years ago. If you want to visit the smallest country in the world, the Vatican City-State, which is the world headquarters of the Roman Catholic Church, covers only 110 acres within the city limits of Rome. Next, let's move on to Central Europe. Here, we'll discover Bulgaria, the Czech Republic, Hungary, Poland, Romania, and Slovakia. Gdansk is the Polish port on the Baltic Sea. Poland lies across the huge plain which stretches eastwards into Russia, crossed by long rivers such as the Odor and the Vistula. Here are farms growing potatoes or beets, forests, lakes, and individual towns. In the center of the busy capital city, Warsaw, summers can be warm and winters are very cold. Southern borders rise to the Sudent and Tatra mountains. The Czech Republic and Slovakia take in highlands, mountains, forests, and farms, as well as industrial and mining regions. Many visitors come to admire the beautiful old city of Prague. Another grand capital is Budapest, on the banks of the Danube River. Hungary is a land of grassy plains, farms and orchards, forests and mountains. Romania lies to the north of the Danube, and from the plains around Bucharest rises to form a great horseshoe of mountain ranges known as the Carpathians and the Transylvanian Alps. Bulgaria takes up the northeastern part of the Balkan Peninsula, bordering Greece, Turkey, and the Black Sea. The region includes Catholic, Protestant, and Orthodox Christians, also Muslims and Jews. The Poles, Czechs, Slovaks, and Bulgarians are all Slavic peoples with their own languages. The Hungarians, also known as the Magyars, are a separate ethnic group. So are the Romanians, whose language comes from the Latin of the old Roman Empire. Many other peoples live in the region, including the Roma, who are not the same people as the Romanians. Hungary is famous for its horse breeds and for its daredevil riders, some who stand up bareback on horses. The element polonium is named after Poland in honor of the famous Polish scientist Marie Curie, who discovered it in 1898. The People's Palace in Bucharest, Romania is the largest civilian building in the world, covering 340,000 square meters, or 3,700,000 square feet. It has 1,100 rooms, 12 floors, 4 underground levels, with another 4 under construction. And if you're interested in vampires, the novel Dracula, written in 1897, tells the tale of a vampire from Transylvania. The character may be based on a real-life prince of Romania called Vlad the Impaler, who lived in the 1400s. Finally, let's move east to Eastern Europe. Here, we'll discover Belarus, Moldova, and the Ukraine. Let's travel east to the borders of Russia. Trains bound for Moscow from Berlin or Warsaw will take you via the industrial city of Minsk, the capital of Belarus. To the south is Ukraine. Its capital, Kiev, looks out over the Dnieper River, and over 3 million people live in or around the city. In the south, the steppes or prairies have a rich black soil known as cherozem. This is perfect for growing wheat, so this region is known as one of the world's big breadbaskets. The south of the country is warm, bordering the Black Sea around the port of Odessa. Westwards, along the river Dniester, is the small nation of Moldova, with its capital of Chisinau. All 3 countries have in the past been part of the Russian Empire or the Soviet Union. In the 1990s, they broke away to become independent. Some of their people still wanted close ties with Russia, while others wanted to join up with the Central and Western Europe. This has led to some big political problems. Eastern Europe is the original homeland of the Slavic peoples, and today they make up the majority of the population. They include Belarusians, Russians, Ukrainians, and Poles. Some Tatars of Turkic descent live in the Ukraine, and the Moldovians include ethnic Romanians and Roma. There are followers of Eastern Orthodox Christianity and also some Roman Catholics and Protestants. Have you ever seen sets of stacking dolls? They are called Matryoshka dolls and come from the Ukraine. The more Matryoshka there are in a stack, the more expensive they are. Some commercial sets have as many as 20 dolls. On the border of Poland and Belarus, there's the ancient Białowieska forest, Here, a home has been created for the very rare Eastern European bison. And in Moldavia, in the 1200s, Christian monks built amazing monasteries in the caves on the mountain cliffs. For today's project, let's travel to the Netherlands to look at one of their most iconic images, the windmill. Historically, windmills in Holland served many purposes. The most important probably was pumping water out of the lowlands and back into rivers beyond the dikes so the land could be farmed. They also served as mills, such as sawmills for cutting lumber or grain mills for producing flour. There are still over 1,000 windmills in the Netherlands. Some are still used for drainage or as mills, but many are historic sites. Larger wind turbines are now used to harness the wind and produce enough electricity to power 400,000 homes each day.
To make today's windmill, you can either grab a grab-and-go kit from the library while supplies last, or use some materials you can find around your house. All you'll need is a paper towel roll or a toilet paper tube, some markers or crayons, scissors, glue, some brass tacks or tape, construction paper, and this template, which you can find in the description of this video. First thing we're going to do is cut out the pieces of our template. Next, we're going to color in the door, windows, and windmill blades. Next, we're going to take this rectangular piece of the template and trace it onto a piece of construction paper. This is going to be the color of your windmill. I'm going to make mine purple. Now we're going to cut this template out. And then we're going to glue this rectangular piece of construction paper around our toilet paper roll. Next, glue on the windows and door. Make sure you leave about 1 inch to 1.5 inches at the top of your windmill, because that is where our blades are going to go. Now, if you have a brass fastener, you can poke it through. You may need to use your scissors or a pencil to poke through the cardboard like that, and then take your blades and poke a hole through that. And attach them to the top. This will allow your windmill blades to spin. If you don't have a brass tack, then you can just attach it with some glue. And there we have our very own Dutch windmill. Great work, everybody. I hope you enjoyed your European adventure. If you have time, pick up your craft kit at the Danbury Library so you can make your own windmill at home. And then join us next time when we travel to North America. I'll see you soon. Bye.